Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Getting real old doing all these sad losing opens. Kind of running out of ideas.
Oh my God, listen to these lyrics. Cher's singing this about me. Listen, listen. You believe in life after love. Trying, Cher. I'm trying.
I'm trying, Cher. I'm trying. Roll the open. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another edition of Uncle Dan's Best Bets here on the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel located inside the beautiful Connors and Ferris podcast studio. Appreciate it as always. If you could like, if you could comment, and you can subscribe, it would mean a lot. Closing in on 42,000 subscribers. And I really appreciate my little Uncle Dan's Best Bets family that we have here. Especially, maybe this is a time better than ever to shout out the people, seeing the comments, the views. Really appreciate it. To William, Kernation, Basil, Alex Langley, appreciate all of you guys. Ian, shout out Train Guy. Yeah, it's just not fun. It's gonna be like real honest with you. It's tough to get up to do these videos when you're just losing. And Cardinals game wasn't close. The Colts come back and blow the game, and just bad losses all over the place. Dalton Kincaid gets injured when he's on his way to easily hitting that over. Um, yeah, just not just another bad week. I'm running out of ideas. I actually have I've got an idea if we have another losing week. I'll just say that. But onwards and upwards, because, as always, want to appreciate the sponsor, because I'm doing it for you guys, and I'm doing it for the sponsor, Bob Johnson Auto Group. They're the best sponsor there is. OG sponsor of Uncle Dan's Best Bets, been a part of them, with them pretty much since the beginning. Buying, selling, trading, leasing, whatever you need. Bob Johnson Auto Group, they are the ones to go with. Winter's just around the corner. Need to get a new car, something like that. Renee and I work with Daryl out in Leroy, but wherever you go to get a new car, lease, trade in, buy, whatever you need, go to Bob Johnson Auto Group. Tell them that Uncle Dan sent you. Really appreciate it. Yeah, last week, 3-6. We are now 33-42 on the season. That is 9 games under 500. So I feel like I've done a lot of 6 play cards. I've done a lot of 7 play cards. I've done a lot of 9 play cards. We tried that last week. Trying to find a sweet spot with a number. Like, let's just try and find anything. So how about 8? We will give you 8. And again, we are really just going off trying to find something here. This one even isn't as much about the numbers. I switched up the ink. We did blue ink this week to try and find something. So I'm recording this Thursday afternoon. This will be out Friday. One of the plays I'm going to tweet out. I like the Jets. Why? I don't know, but they're giving me 13.5 points. They're at New England. The one stat I can find is that over the last 20 years, double-digit favorites in night games, excuse me, are 42% against the spread. I keep thinking the Patriots have to slip up. I just don't know when. Maybe this is the spot. They've covered all of these games. Maybe this is the spot where New England just slips up a little bit. And they don't even need to slip up much. Just don't win by 2 touchdowns. Jets keep it close. They've won 2 games in a row. Maybe they have found something. Jets 13.5. How about it? How about the Bengals plus 5.5 at the Steelers? Don't like the Steelers. Haven't liked them all year. Kind of been chasing them. Joe Flacco, Jamar Chase, they lit them up before. I've been saying it time and time again. The Packers, or the Steelers defense, sorry, thinking Aaron Rodgers. The Steelers defense is bad. The Bengals offense is pretty good. Bengals defense is bad. I don't know if the Steelers offense is good. 5.5 points seems like too many. Maybe there's a little bump in morale, thinking that maybe you can catch lightning in a bottle if you're Cincy, and Joe Burrow's coming back eventually if you can tread water enough. How about another big game by Flacco? Bengals plus 5.5. Next play, Texans minus 6.5 at the Tennessee Titans. Titans stink. Texans rallied in that game. They gave up more than 19.5 points. That's for sure against the Jaguars. But I think the Texans defense gets back on track. This is just fading Cam Ward. I don't think this offense will be able to do much against the Texans defense. Full disclosure, been wrong on that before. So, but I'll take the Texans to win by a touchdown at Tennessee to kind of stay in that playoff hunt. How about the Bears and Vikings? Give me it over. I like the way that the Bears are playing. Now, I think they're playing with a little bit of fire. And look, if you look at a lot of the numbers and trends, Caleb's not great against the division. And J.J. McCarthy has got more wins in the division than Caleb Williams does. That's not great. But I think there'll be a lot of points in this one. One, the Bears defense is really bad. They can't cover anybody. So I like the fact that Justin Jefferson should have a big day. I think that should be points, meaning that the Bears have to be aggressive. Will they be? This will be a big test, I think, also for Ben Johnson coming in to Minnesota and to kind of prove like this is their murderer's row. Like they got a lot of division games here and they're in the mix. So this is kind of a prove it spot for the Bears. They've won enough to make these games meaningful. I think there's a lot of points in this one. So I like the over 48.5. I also like the over. Here's a fun one for you. Over 48.5, Seahawks and Rams. Should just be a ton of points. Haven't really looked into any of the real numbers. Just give me points. Want more overs? Sure, Dan. Why not? Come on, Uncle Dan. We want points. Ravens, Browns, over 39.5. That's ugly. But Lamar in his career is averaging like over 30 points a game versus the Browns. I need Cleveland to score 10. Give me 10, Cleveland. I'm looking at you, Dylan Gabriel. Over 39.5. And then my Bills plays. Like I said, maybe we keep this video a little short. We're trying to change something up. I like the Bucks, Bills under 47.5. There's just something I don't trust about this Bills offense right now. When they have to throw the ball, the conditions are expected to be rain, snow, mix, some wind, dropping temperatures. Just feels like an under game. The Bills defense has shown up at times in these spots, backs against the wall. Give me the under 47.5. So I got 3 overs and an under. And finally, I need the Bills to prove me something. Like they need to prove to me that they can go and win this type of game. I think 5.5 points is too many. Sometimes I think Vegas is always wary of giving like fair lines to the Bills, if that makes sense, because I feel like if this game was -3, everybody would be hammering the Bills. So I feel like, and I think that's what this game should be. I think this game should be Bills -3. So if I'm going to get an extra 2.5 points on Tampa Bay side, and Baker, every single stat, like it's kind of like Teddy Bridgewater as like an underdog. Like Baker is 13-4 against the spread since he's been in Tampa off of a loss. Bucks lost last week to the Patriots. We were on the Bucs side. And then he's 17-7 against the spread as a dog off a loss in his time in Tampa. So those are the signs that point to me. I think that the formula for the Bills are very simple, and we'll talk about it on the Buffalo Plus Live podcast on Thursday. It'll be out on Friday if you haven't seen it. We have another live show at McGregor's, sponsored by Bud Light. The Bills formula, like their offense isn't any different than last year. And we'll talk about this more on the podcast, but basically last year, the Bills formula was they never trailed. So they never had to throw the ball, and they never fumbled because they were the luckiest team in NFL history. And I had said on this channel time and time again, I would have bet it's funny because I've been bad at betting, but I was right on this one. I would have bet my student loans and my mortgage combined that the Bills would turn the ball over more than 8 times compared to last season. So right now the Bills are trailing a lot and they're not getting the lucky breaks because they're fumbling the ball, but it's not coming right back up to them. So Bills got to show me something. I don't know. Like, I think the Bucs can take away the run. I think it'll be tough conditions to begin with to pass the ball. So I just think the Bucs, Baker, gritty game, whether Bucky plays or not, that's the play. That's the 8-play card. Jets plus 13.5. Bengals plus 5.5. Texans minus 6.5. Bears, Vikings over 48. Seahawks, Rams over 48.5. Ravens, did I say Bears, Vikings over 48.5? Seahawks, Rams over 48.5. Ravens, Browns over 39.5. Bucks plus 5.5. Bucks, Bills under 47.5. Morale is low, but we keep shooting. Steph Curry may miss 10 threes in a row, but he keeps shooting. I am not Steph Curry, but we will try. Appreciate it as always, like I said, to William, Carnation, Basil, Alex Langley. Alex Langley, like Basil and Ian are like my good friends, so I really appreciate when they give me a shout out. Ian's also having a rough year. We didn't get any luck from this baby bump. Shout out Graham. I'm his godfather and train guy. Appreciate it as always. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Comment in what you think of the picks. Comment in what your picks are. I'll be happy to bet some winners. We need to get back on track. 2 straight losing weeks is not going to get it done. It's win 2, lose 2, win 2, lose 2. That's how we end up 9 games under 500 right now. Thanks again to Bob Johnson Auto Group. Like, comment, subscribe. Best of luck to your plays this week. We'll catch you next time here on the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. Let's beat the odds together as I break down the NFL betting lines. Who will cover and who is poised for an upset.
Uncle Dan's Best Bets on Buffalo Plus. New each Saturday on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. Sponsored by the Bob Johnson Auto Group.